Okay, for the record, today is July 26th, 2022. My name is Brad Gardner. I'm going to be the presiding judge. This is a case of State of Georgia versus Augustine Bello Aguilar. Mr. Bello Aguilar is charged in warrant number 2022 CW 51419 with committing the offense of family violence battery. Mr. Bello Aguilar is represented by attorney Christina Champagne, who is present. The state is being represented by attorney Laura Allman. Ms. Allman, would you swear in your witness and present your case?
Yes, Judge, and I'm usually a fast talker, so I'm gonna try to talk very slow. All right, Ms. Carrera Juarez, will you please raise your right hand? And Ms. Bermudez, will you ask her to take herself off mute?
Así es.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this matter now pending before the court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Más que la verdad, señorita.
Does he say yes?
Sí, así es.
Okay, sorry, Ms. Bermudez, I can't hear you. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I've never done this before on Zoom. So on the bottom, I just click English for listening.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that, Judge. This is my first experience with this.
No, I have 24 hours more experience on this than you.
Okay. All right. I'm glad I'm not alone then. All right. Ms. Carrera Juarez, how do you know the defendant in this case, Mr. Bello Aguilar?
She can lower her hand.
Oh, you can put your hand down.
¿Cómo, en qué forma lo puedo decir?
How are you familiar with him? What's your relationship like?
Pues ahorita ya no tengo conversaciones con él, pero mucho antes sí. Bueno, era mi pareja,
Okay.
Pues vivíamos junto antes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a date. I want you to think about what happened on this date, okay? On
Me parece bien.
September 29th of 2021. All right. Were you living at 5086 32 Old Dixie Road, the Town and Country Motorhome Park?
Así es.
Okay. The defendant, is he your ex-husband?
Sí.
Okay. Now, did the police come to your home that day?
Cuando tuvimos discusiones, yo y él era a las 11:30 de la noche porque él llegaba borracho de trabajar y me agarraba bien fuerte, pero mis niños lloraban mucho y no tuve el valor de hablar policía en ese momento. Gracias.
Okay. Okay. Now this specific night, did you report your vehicle stolen?
Judge, I'm going to object to relevance on this. It's
Mm,
not relevant for the family violence battery warrant.
And Judge, my response is that it's relevant because this is what actually brought the police to the home, and it goes towards the victim's state of mind.
Okay, I'm going to overrule the objection.
You can answer, Ms. Kerr.
ok. Sí, así es, de que él se fue y se llevó la camioneta y me quitó las llaves.
Now, on this night in particular, September 29th, did the defendant, was he upset at you?
Sí, siempre anduvo enojado conmigo las veces que regresaba a la
Okay.
casa solo.
Did he ever? Okay. On September 29th, 2021, did he ever put his hands on you in a way that you didn't like?
Judge, I'm going to object to leading. She can say what happened that evening, but she needs to be asked open-ended questions.
And Judge, I can ask better questions. I was just trying because of the language barrier.
Así es.
I am going to allow, well, I'm going to overrule the objection. I see this as a foundational question. So the witness may answer.
Sí,
Okay. If you could explain more about that for the court, what happened?
Llegó él a las 11:30 de la noche borracho. Trató de agarrarme fuerte la mano y decirme que ya se iba otra vez porque solamente llegó a discutir conmigo, que le creyera yo muchas cosas de que él andaba haciendo y no le quería yo creer. Entonces me agarró fuerte la mano y me dejó sentada en el sillón y me quitó las llaves y de allí se fue.
Okay. And after he did that, were there any visible injuries?
Sí,
Okay. And what were those?
cuando me agarró las manos, al otro día miré que me sacó un moretón en las manos, que me agarró bien fuerte. Y fue allí al tercer día me tomé la foto para guardarlo y enseñárselo a los policías.
Okay. And do you still have those pictures?
Sí, sí lo tengo. Uno en mi pierna
And did you ever give those to the
y uno
police
en mi mano
officers?
izquierda. Sí los tengo.
Okay. And did you give I know this is going to sound like a silly question, but did you give the defendant permission to grab you that way?
No, porque él intentaba
Okay.
siempre agarrarme.
And were you living?
Wait, Judge, if I can hear the defendant's or the witness.
I apologize. Yeah, I think there may be a little delay on my end. Okay. Okay. It's okay. I can re-ask it. Sure. Miss Carrera, did you give the defendant permission to grab you that way?
No,
And were you living when that happened, were you in Clayton County?
sí, en la traila lote 32, aquí siempre vivimos, pero él ya no, él nada más venía a como a
Okay.
platicar
And was
conmigo.
there Okay. And was there somebody there helping
Mis
you?
hijos, siempre se despertaba mis hijos cuando él llegaba.
Okay. And was there someone that helped you communicate with law enforcement, the police officer that night?
La verdad no tuve el valor de hablarle a los policías porque mis niños empezaban a llorar y me dio lástima la niña chiquita.
Okay. Did your daughter help you that night communicate with police to report what happened?
No, no le hablamos a los policías porque empezaron a llorar los niños. Siempre cuando tenemos discusiones muy fuertes, él y yo me decía un montón de cosas, mis niños se quedaban parados en la pared a llorar.
I can't hear you, Miss Bermudez. Oh.
Okay. No further questions right now, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Carrera, Attorney Champagne, Miss Champagne is going to ask you some questions now, okay?
And Your Honor, before I start
Sí,
my
me
question,
parece bien.
I believe I saw somebody in the background with Ms. Carrera. I don't know if that's someone who the state intends to call as a witness, but I'd ask that person to leave the room.
I was only told that there's going to be one witness, which is Miss Carrera.
That's
Okay.
correct, Judge.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Carrera, Mr. Bello
Sí,
Aguilar, Mr. Bello Aguilar is your ex-partner, correct?
así es.
Okay, and you have 3 children together, correct?
Así es, 3 niños.
And then you have another child, you have another daughter who he is not the father of.
Sí, mi hija grande es de otro papá.
You indicated on direct that the police came the evening of the argument. Is that your testimony?
No, no, en esa noche que discutimos no vinieron los policías. Fue después cuando se llevó la camioneta. Después de unos días yo fui a la estación de los policías a decirle que él se robó la camioneta.
You reported the truck stolen on September 19th.
Sí,
You indicated to the police that you loaned it to him to take the children to the park.
mm, no, yo no se lo presté a la camioneta ni llevó mis niños al parque.
Okay, you reported the car stolen and it was found in Hapeville, correct?
Sí,
Okay,
así es.
and when the truck was found, you told the Hapeville police that you didn't want to press charges, right?
No recuerdo bien.
And the car is actually, the insurance and the tag were
I'm
registered.
gonna object at this point. I don't believe this is relevant to what happened on the evening of the battery family violence.
Judge, I'm entitled to a thorough and sifting cross-examination. The state mentioned the stolen car. I believe I'm entitled to question her about the stolen car on cross.
I'm going to overrule the objection. I do believe that Ms. Champagne can ask questions about this vehicle because that was a subject on direct. However, we are here on a battery charge, so.
Yes, Your Honor, I just have a few more questions about the car and I'll shift back to the battery. Thank you. So the car is actually registered in Mr. Bello Aguilan's name, correct? The tag?
Sí.
And the
No,
insurance-
el mío. Perdón.
your testimony is that the car is registered in your name.
Sí.
Okay. And but the insurance is registered under his name.
No, ya no. Está mi nombre. Estaba mi nombre.
Okay. So just to confirm, the tag and the insurance are registered under your name at the time of this incident. Is that your testimony today?
Sí.
Okay, so shifting back to the battery now. The domestic violence you stated to the police actually happened on September 2nd, correct?
Sí.
Okay, but you didn't report that to the police until September. Thank you. And you reported that incident though on September 29th.
Sí.
And you waited about 27 days before making the report. Is that correct?
Sí, porque no quería yo problema. Pensé que se iba a regresar a ver a los niños después de eso, pero
Was she done, Miss Bermudez? You're on the other channel. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So just to confirm, I understand, you waited 3 weeks to report the incident, 3.5 weeks, because you weren't sure if he was going to come back and see
Sí.
the children?
ajá, que yo no quería problema pues de mucho así, pero como veo que ya me tenía bloqueada en su teléfono, traté de llamarle y llamarle cuando se me enfermó también la niña chiquita y nunca me contestó. Fue allí a donde dije, no, pues ya voy a ir con los policías porque ella no sabía nada de él.
He wasn't living at the trailer at that time, was he?
No,
He was living with someone else, right?
puede ser que sí, pero yo la verdad ya no supe nada de él.
Well, if he's not living with you, he's living with somebody else, right?
Mm. Pues no sé, yo no lo busqué para ver si alguien estaba viviendo con él.
And you indicated on direct that he tried to argue with you, but then he left the trailer. Is that correct?
Así es.
Okay. And you said he took the keys, but you didn't report that incident to the police, did you?
Sí. No, porque varias veces hizo así, solamente me quitaba las llaves cuando llegaba él borracho en la noche y se iba. Tardaba 15 días y se volvía a regresar un domingo a ver los niños. Se iba otra vez. Sí, gracias.
You said he grabbed you by your hand.
Sí,
Which hand?
izquierda.
And where was this purported bruise on your hands?
En la mano, en la muñeca donde está el huesito, ahí me hizo el moretón porque
So it's on your wrist, not your hands.
en la muñeca de mi mano, ahí está el moretón, que le tomé la foto.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm getting the right part of your body. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, but you didn't call the police that night, did you?
No, solamente me quedé llorando después de que se fue él.
Okay. And you took photos of your wrist?
Sí, después del tercer día.
Okay. And you did give those to the police, is that correct?
Sí, los guardé y se lo entregué a los policías de Forest Park.
Okay. And in the span of about 1 month, September 2021, you called the police on Augustine 4 separate times, is that correct?
Tengo toda apuntada la fecha, pero más o menos.
In the span of 1 month, you called the police on my client 4 separate times, is that correct?
If we could just clarify the month for Ms. Carrera.
Sure, September 2021.
Sí,
And it's because he was living with another woman, correct?
así es también.
And you were upset
gonna-
about
I'm
that,
gonna-
right?
Judge, I'm going to object to this line of questioning. The incident date is September.
No, para
2nd.
nada.
The incident date September 2nd of 2021. Anything that happened after that, I don't think is relevant at this time.
Judge, the incident was reported to have happened on September 2nd, but she didn't report it until September 29th. And the car incident happened sometime in between that as well.
I'm going to overrule the objection.
So Ms. Carrera, you called the police on Augustine 4 separate times in the span of a month, correct?
Sí,
Okay, because you're upset that he was living with another woman, right?
no, nada de eso.
All right, Judge, no further questions from the defense. Thank you.
Any redirect, Ms. Altman?
Just briefly for clarification purposes. So incident that we're talking about where you had the bruise on your wrist, that occurred on September 2nd of 2021, is that correct?
Sí,
And why did you wait until the 29th to report that?
porque como le estoy diciendo que yo no quería problema llegar hasta ese grado de hablarle a los policías, pero él se fue y ya nunca miró por los niños. Perdón, cuando le eché el Sancho por, me dijeron que lo que tratara yo de buscarlo, dónde andaba para que le pasara.
Tell Miss Carrera that she has to stop talking so that you can translate for us.
Perdón, está bien. Gracias.
Okay.
Sure. Why did Ms. Carrera, why did you wait from September 2nd when the incident happened until the 29th to report the incident?
Por lo mismo lo que acabo de decir, que yo le tengo lástima a mis hijos al mirar los policías porque ellos lloran.
No further questions at this time, Judge, and the state will submit on the evidence.
Okay. Any recross?
No
Ms. Champagne?
recross, no recross, Judge. I would just like a brief argument.
Okay.
Your Honor, there's a lot going on here in this case. And it's our position that this case is just retaliatory for some personal choices that my client has made in deciding to leave Ms. Carrera. And there's a really long gap in time from when the allegations occurred and when they are reported. They are reported after she makes a report for a stolen car that they shared together as partners. There's, the officer's not here either. These photos are not listed in the police report anywhere. It's our position that there's not enough probable cause to bind this over. We'd ask the court to dismiss this warrant.
Okay. So there is obviously a lot going on here. The standard at this stage is very low. The testimony that they got into an argument or dispute and she was grabbed by the wrist is sufficient for me to bind this over to state court. Now, whether it goes any further, I don't know, but I do understand your position and your point. So this case will be bound over to the state court of Clayton County. Mr. Bello Aguilar can go back and Ms. Champagne